What's going on, everybody? It's Ed Smith from Southern Maryland, founder and CEO of E.E. Smith Debt Consulting, where our mission is to help you slay your personal dragons, your debt dragons. All right. So, this is the next installment of this debt-free journey, debt-free adventure that we're on. Last week I talked about what got us to this point. So I'm just back this week to have another candid conversation again. Like I said, all these just going to be rough, rugged, and raw. Just us sitting here having a conversation. Me and you and my cell phone. Chilling back here on my back deck. Just lounges. This is my chill out spot. So here we are. This week, let's focus on the mission, the goal. This is turning into a movement. When I made the post last week about, the introduction and bringing this out, I got a lot of positive feedback from a lot of people. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Appreciate all the people that hit me up on social media, those on text message, phone calls, or whatever. It's funny. My family, I love my family. We are special. I love my family to death. We do things not just for our own purpose. We mostly do stuff for the glory of God, but we also do it with other people in mind. So every Saturday night we have a intercessory prayer session on Zoom, and it's funny seeing my 80-year-old parents on the Zoom. But they don't miss a beat. They are there every week religiously. So it's like every week we get together and we raise up prayer on behalf of others. The concern, the care, the prayer for other people. That's what it's all about. And it's funny, this past week I've been talking with my sister. My sister's a pastor of a church in North Carolina, and she and I have been talking about what I'm doing in terms of this debt-free journey, and also helping others get debt-free. And so we were talking about some things, and one of the things we were talking about was how we could use this mission also to help the church, in that it could be a fundraiser of sorts for the church. And it's a win-win for both the church and the parishioners. And it basically, without getting into all the details, the long and short of it is, we could set the church up in such a way that it becomes the benefactor of the referral commissions from our partner company, MWR Financial. Okay. So what it boils down to is the church would offer the services as a means of a fundraiser for like the building fund, or, for their ministry of kindness, or whatever it is the church wants to use the funding for. As long as they use it for something church related, it's still, it meets the parameters of nonprofits. I'm not getting into all the details of that. I'm not a lawyer, but basically they can set it up so that, the church benefits from the commission structure. So what would happen is the church will offer the services. People will sign up for the monthly membership. The church would get a recurring commission every month that would go towards the building fund or go towards whatever special project they want to set up. So my sister and I were talking about this idea, how we could set it up. And I'm like, yes, it could be a blessing to both the church and the parishioners, in that the church is the benefactor, in that it gets a monthly recurring commission towards whatever, let's just say the building fund. It gets a monthly recurring commission towards the building fund. Okay, that's number one. But secondly, what it does is it benefits the parishioners because they are now getting their financial house in order. It's, first of all, we're eliminating their debt. Okay, so that's going to free up more money for them that they can then in turn use to do things like tithe more, or they could contribute to the church more, or contribute to the community more, because now that money they were normally spending each month on debt is freed up. So it's a win-win for both. The church wins as a whole. The parishioners win individually, because you know how we are. It's human nature. If we donate to something, we want something in return. I mean, it's just how we are. What's in it for me? That's our mantra as human beings, So this way, they feel good about contributing to a cause, and they get something in return. They get their financial house in order. And like I said, our focus is on the debt management aspect of it, but the financial package that you get encompasses your entire financial portfolio: debt, credit, budgeting, retirement planning, estate planning, wealth generation, the whole nine. So you get a great deal with the package, okay? But our focus is on the debt piece of it. So we were talking about that, and you know, just kind of kicking around some ideas. Didn't really get into anything solid with it. So all of a sudden, going back to where I started out with this, on our prayer session on Saturday, we're sitting there, and so we're going through the, you know, anybody have any prayer concerns, and we all raise up our prayer concerns, you know, this person, that person, this thing, whatever. And so my sister goes, I want to lift the mission that Ed has embarked upon up so that it will be successful, and because I think it's a great mission. So I'm sitting there going, oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate that. Excuse me, my dog is, my husky is roaming around. He just bumped our camera. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. So I'm sitting there, and then my mom chimes in, my 80-something-year-old mother, and she goes, yeah, Ed, I heard about what you were doing. And I went, my first, being who I am, my initial thought went, did mom just say that my sister told on me? You know, you went to mom, you told on me to mom, come on now. You know, but after I got over that piece, you know, I was like, thanks, mom, I appreciate it, because she was like, you know, that's a good thing, and I'm proud of you, and you know, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, man, this is cool. So people are resonating with what this mission is, and it feels like it's becoming a movement of sorts, in that this whole thing is about more than just me. And that's the point of this week's talk. This debt journey is about more than just me. Yeah, sure, I'm getting my financial dragons, my debt dragons slayed, okay? It's going to take me about 7 years. But what about the next man? What about the next person in my circle? The next woman in my circle? You know, it's about more than just me. And that's the beauty of the way this whole process works, because it benefits more than just me. I'm just a messenger saying, hey, you should try this service out. But the cool aspect of it is people could try the service out. They use it. They get their own house in order. They like it. And then the company says, hey, if you tell other people, first of all, if you refer 3 customers that become customers, your service fee, your monthly fee is waived. That's step number 1. But number 2, to make it even bigger, if you decide this is something that could benefit you and you want to share the benefit with others, you can become a brand partner, essentially, and we'll pay you a commission for every service package that you market. So it's a win-win, a double win-win. Not only are you getting your own finances in order, but you are now focused on helping other people get their finances in order, and you both win. You know, nobody's taking advantage of anybody. It's a help situation. And because you are helping somebody, not that that's your focus, you do something for somebody just to get something in return, but your efforts are rewarded as a result of you putting your focus on helping other people. It's a beautiful concept. And I'm like, wow, this is awesome. So it's not about me at all. It's much, much, much bigger than just me. So when I ask you to come along with me on this debt journey, it's not just about so you can watch what I'm doing. It's hopefully to inspire you to want to begin your own debt journey, that you can in turn help other people begin their debt journey. And we all work together to slay these debt dragons that are crushing us, that are flying around, burning up everything in our kingdom, tearing everything down. It's bigger than just me. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love that concept because, like I said, my family is always about helping other people. So this falls right in line with what my family does natural. Think about others, helping others get to where they want to be. It's way bigger than me. And I love it. Love it. So this journey that I'm embarking on is expanding into a bigger universe. And it's a beautiful thing. We are on a mission to help people that want to be helped. Now, if you don't want the help, that's a whole different animal. I'm not gonna, force the help on you, but it's here for you. And there are options. And I'll work with you personally to help you accomplish whatever goals you want to achieve. Like I said, there's a twist to this debt journey that the typical program doesn't have. And we'll get into that in our private group. And as we start working together, we'll dive into all the details ourselves. But the point being, put your focus on others. If you can just put your focus on helping others eliminate their own debt, you in turn will be rewarded. They will be rewarded. And then they also had the opportunity to do the same thing that you did. So it's kind of a beautiful, beautiful synergy. Your whole focus is helping someone else get out of debt and then teaching them how to help others get out of debt. If you can do that, poof, it's a beautiful thing. Your debt will be gone in no time. No time. Could you imagine having a mortgage and paying it off in 7 years? A 30-year mortgage that you would normally pay 30 plus years on, but you pay off in 7 years. And if you don't have a mortgage, if you don't have a house and you want one, imagine getting a house this year, taking on a 30-year note, because interest rates are ridiculous, right? Like with my own mortgage, my interest rate is less than 3%. That's crazy for the mortgage. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the point. The point is, pay it off in less than 7 years, regardless. Now you no longer have that house payment, and you can use that money to do other things. Give to charity. Take somebody out to dinner. Take somebody on vacation. Give to your church. Increase the amount that you tithe each month to your church. You see what I'm saying? When you break that bondage of the debt dragon and you're free from it, you can roam around and do what you choose. You can live life according to your terms. See what I'm saying? It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say this week. It's more than just me. It's bigger than me. It's way bigger than me. My friend Molly, she has a wonderful saying. It's bigger than me. I love that. I love that. I give Molly the credit for that. That's a beautiful statement. It's bigger than me. And this is definitely bigger than me. It's bigger than I can imagine, you know? So it's all about others, helping others. Help others, you help yourself. It's not selfishness. It's a fact of life. It's a beautiful thing. All right. So with that, I'm going to punch out. I think next week I'll talk about how you can maybe start a home business like I did. I started a company, like I said, CEO and founder, E.E. Smith Debt Consulting. It's not that difficult to do. We'll talk about some of the details next week, though. I don't want to keep you hanging today. So, all right. With that, I'm going to punch out. Y'all have a great evening, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.